Yeah, Guilheww who does use Kirby, so more of these characters that we get in DNA that you don't always get to see everywhere, man. Kirby's another one, and I've been accused in my YouTube comments of basically not respecting Kirby enough because I was kind of saying like, you know, what does this character do? Like, it's tough, they're light, and blah blah blah. Like, honestly, kind of spitting facts a little bit, but like the reality is the character is pretty good. Like, we're gonna see what Guilheww does here. Like that's from one down throw, you know? Like, now Enew's at 54%, 60%. It's like the character has enough. It's just the issue is between being light. Once you're out of, like, combo percents, good lord. Once you're out of combo percents, you just sort of, like, if you're Kirby, you kind of have to hope for that stray hit. And you're able to float around enough, but the fact that you are able to float around enough and you are so floaty, you're just so vulnerable. Like, Guilheww could die any second now. Like, that's just how it goes. Like, Kirby is amongst the lightest in the game. Among the lightest characters in the game. But that being said, I think to start off, me basically trying to say I'm going to not say that Kirby is a character that's hard to use. The word is probably bad. I'm not going to say Kirby's bad. Because I know that people don't like that. I'm a slight believer in Kirby. Just, I don't know. In this world, it works, but like obviously when you hit offline and you have just some other characters that just have all the things they have, and you're like little like Kirby and you're vulnerable. Like think about that, man. I don't even want to think about like what percent Kirby dies at to a character like Pyra. You know what I mean? Assuming mid-level play where you get caught here and there by an F tilt or an up tilt or an F smash, like you just die. Enough about Kirby's weight though. These games have been people reluctant to die today. Last set, living at very high percentages with Plant and Samus. And this set again, I'm talking about how light Kirby is. Takes till about 142 to die. And certainly is going to die, but, you know, I mean, Kirby does have ways to smack back here. Enew's really good at basically setting up that force field. I'm not talking about Nairu's Love. Does catch that back air, and honestly, that's what you look for if you're Kirby. That's what you look for if you're most characters. Like, your back air is usually the tool in your kit for most characters just to wipe out a stock. No different for Kirby, but Kirby does have some other fast options. Does have a really quick F smash. Has a pretty good up smash. Down smash covers some area. It might not kill you, but it'll definitely get you off of them. And obviously, you know, Kirby can go off stage a lot. And right now, Guilheww's doing a fantastic job keeping Eneww on ledge. Does finally escape, but still kind of controlling the stage for the most part. Although this could literally be it. If that was the sweet spot, that was a dead Kirby for sure. Might see it again. No, just gonna read it instead. Guilheww, I think, was anticipating that lightning kick, trying to DI down, and Eneww, being the smart player that they are, just sort of waited it out and F smashed. I mean, that was just a classic read. So. You know, as I said in the beginning of the set, Eneww has been placing really well in these brackets very, very consistently. I would expect probably the same today, especially since the bracket is a little bit mild at 80 entrants compared to usual. Because you'll see Eneww basically in a bunch of top 8 sets and brackets that are like 120 plus. But there we go. Just as I was talking about that down smash, that is what's going to kill. And that was that looked like it confirmed air into down smash. So I guess Kirby does still have that stuff, to Kirby's credit. All right, breaking up the Phantom, and wow, that is so close to killing at 66%. And yeah, Zelda's not a character you really want to be above, especially if you're as light as Kirby, because that up air is totally, it takes stocks. It's very strong, a lot of knockback. I like a little bit of the unique options coming out from Eneww, basically knowing that Guilheww's probably not going to want to jump so much, because if Guilheww does jump, very susceptible to a lightning kick or, you know, an up air, anything like that. So you're seeing Eneww kind of just throwing out these little cheeky down airs. Because honestly, Kirby might just bounce right off the stage and die. I don't know. Wow, really good cancel. Almost snuck a stock like that. That was almost a really good clip. All right, so let's see here. Throwing out the F smashes. I cannot blame Inu, but you got to really be careful with Kirby because, ooh, that was very, very close. The trumps don't work the same as they always used to in Smash 4, but you could still catch someone if they're holding out. And a lot of times, if you get trumped, you can panic and hold out, or depending even on the percent, you just end up that way. But there we go. There's going to be a teleport into a game 1 for Inu. Well played. That was a really good game 1. These have been actually pretty good sets to start. I came here all disorganized and not going all late and stuff, but, you know, looks like we're in for a good day at the very least. And if you are here for the commentary, like the actual commentary, not the me streaming and talking to you in a very relaxed manner, you will be pleased to hear that Nintunist and Gabe, formerly known as Milagros, will be on at about 9:30. I'm pretty sure Gabe will be anyways, so I do see him lurking in brackets, so feel free to confirm if from there if you want. All right, off to game 2. All right, let's see if this game's any different for Guilheww. Honestly, this looked well within Guilheww's grasp the last game. Not only is Inu a really tough early round to have, yeah, I mean Zelda's a tricky character to deal with too in these brackets. So Guilheww, I do actually think has really good potential to essentially, you know, not only just get on the graphic, I think actually do better than that. I do think it does get a little situational when you use characters like Kirby. I think it looks to me like Guilheww just solo mains this character, which is a heck of a commitment. So sometimes that makes you a little bit at a whim to what you see in bracket, including in this case, getting Inu so early round, you know, that changes going into losers early versus you know, making top 16, possibly top 8 if you get a good top 16 win. And you know, that literally changes the whole trajectory. But we'll see if Guilheww's able to do something. Does have a little bit of a lead going on. It's not all bad. Playing very patiently, and kind of have to. And I do think Inu is a couple, you know, there's a few things Kirby has here that could possibly take a stock, including the likes of F Smash, including maybe even honestly. The way that down smash looked on ledge in the last game makes me think that even that might kill again close to ledge. But instead, that's going to be another teleport. That is what won the game last game for Inu, and more good plays. I mean, Inu is actually a very, very good neutral player. Zelda has some unique tools basically to take neutral and a lot of things that'll make you have to adjust, but it is very adjustable because at the end of the day, it's pretty limited. But Inu has a really good habit of sort of mixing things up and taking what I would consider unconventional options with the character, but it does look like Guilheww's honestly been adapting pretty well despite that. The patience game might pay off a little bit for Inu, just slightly more just because those spare hits kill, and as I say that, dash attack's not going to be enough, just going to be very close though. But that Nair's going to do it. A little bit more knockback than I guess I give credit for. So, yeah, I mean, Kirby aerials all around. Not bad, man. It's really just a weight thing with this character. There we go. Got the hair. Got the Nairu's love. See if that comes into play. Some of these Kirby mains, they really just know how to use the B moves just so well when they get the absorb. But I haven't seen it yet, understandably, because there isn't really anything for him to use it for. But I mean, that would be a situation right there. It does look like Guilheww was a little tied up, though. Alright, so it's going to be another solid connection with a dash attack. And honestly, this is Guilheww's game, honestly, to win. Has Inu in a little bit of a weird place, playing very defensively. And sort of has turned that around, because I feel like Guilheww sort of started defensively. And there we go. There's going to be an ill-advised Nairu's love into a back air. Once again, the MVP of when it comes to taking stocks with most characters. Kind of can't go wrong with a back air. Not for everybody. Some people do have bad back airs, but... Alright, yeah, Teleport looking like the MVP for MVP, or for, excuse me, the MVP for Inu, excuse me. This entire set, that's been 3 stocks so far taken by that. Just elevator right to the top. Nice mix-up by Guilheww. Saw Inu was going to land a certain way and was able to essentially come down with a dare and get some more damage. And as I said, this is really Inu's game to win here. This could send us into a game 3. Don't count Inu out yet. I mean, don't forget how strong those lightning kicks are and a lot of the other moves Zelda has. This character is one that you do have to worry about, especially at Kirby's weight. Even at 47%, you really just don't know. And wow, okay, I actually thought that was going to be it, wasn't it? So it looks like Guilheww does have another reset life here, and now you're starting to see a lot more defensiveness on both ends. Inu's sort of been there already, but now Guilheww's literally on a winner's stock here. Phantom not going to get the hit. Guilheww recognizing better get down from there. Not be above Zelda, and yeah, still getting caught at that on ledge. Okay, that whiff grab was almost something. Let's see what the move is. I don't think Inu's gonna get in close enough for an F smash to be a thing. I'm just waiting to see. I'm just waiting to see Guilheww let it rip. Trying to. Okay, back air again. That's the safe bet at that percent. You bet. So that's a game 3, man. This is actually kind of a banger of a set so far. This is like. Honestly, it's kind of sweaty at the moment. Like, this is this kind of try-hard smash, which is good. I like this. I much prefer the sets go like this. And honestly looks like on both ends. I mean, these are 2 character specialists. So this is kind of when you get to see, like, these matchups just, like, literally for what they are. Like, I could tell you, like, vouch, looking at past results, Inu is about as good as Zelda as you'll find, quite honestly. And Guilheww is obviously a Kirby main, and has been putting a lot of time in this character, so this is where you actually get to watch the game. That's like the fun stuff in these brackets, at least in my opinion, is when you get to kind of catch stuff like that. And these guys, I mean, when you main a character, like a solo main a character, especially one that isn't like agreed upon top 15, in these guys' cases, like much lower than that, like mostly. Like, you kind of just have, like, a mutual respect for the other side where you're just like, yeah, I know how much, like, you kind of had to struggle with this character to do well. So then you end up with these good sets. It's usually good games. At least that's the read I'm hoping as far as the personalities go here. But, you know, Wi-Fi also just tilts people, too. Speaking of tilts, here come the tilts from Guilheww, and this game looking a little bit more, a lot more in the favor of Inu, who now has a pretty sizable lead when it comes to these characters. Because again, Zelda just has a lot more to kill with than Kirby, at least per percent in this particular case. Kirby's really at a disadvantage with the weight, but Guilheww has shown us just how patient they could be and what that could sort of do. But after that, you know, I wouldn't blame them for kind of being exhausted after that second game. That was a lot of effort. That was a lot of effort for game 2. But got it despite that, and still fighting here. Does have a chance to mostly even things out. I don't know what's going to be. Yeah, I haven't really seen F smash at all yet. Understandably so, because Inu keeps very good distance space in their movement. So Kirby relies on basically you not doing that. But as I say that doesn't mean an up smash. Kind of just hitting them raw, kind of capitalizing on... I actually didn't even see what Inu did, but did something with enough lag to get up smashed. But essentially evening things out. Guilheww, yeah, I mean, this is all you need. Going down several stocks with Kirby is even more dire than your average character. But Kirby does have a lot of... does have enough to basically get themselves, you know, get himself back in a game. Catching the broadside of that sword. Oh, man, that was like... Guilheww trying the fastfall to avoid that thing, and then the Din's Fire just kind of kept falling faster. Fell a little bit too far. That's actually a really... Would have connected with Inu otherwise, so I don't know. Just didn't hit jump quick enough. Kind of pissed now, though. I would imagine. We're going to see if that leads to anything, and it sort of was. I don't... F-Smash would have left them too vulnerable, but would have probably killed there. If they connected. Very, very big if there. Alright, so yeah, just spacing out here. Kind of finding good footing despite the SD, which is honestly a shame for this particular set. Okay. Almost getting laddered again. That would have definitely... I feel like that would have almost definitely been game. But instead, it is not game yet. That lightning kick is game. So, I'm saying game a lot. So, good games. Honestly, that was a good set. That was good game. Like good. If you're a Zelda or a Kirby main, that was good gameplay to watch. And if you're not, and you just want to watch good gameplay of each character, that was it. So, shout out to Guilheww and Inu putting on a pretty good set for all of us to watch.